And welcome to Capital Talk, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of Kenya. Now, more than ever, I'm Jeff Koinange. Now, all this week, if you've been watching Capital Talk, you know it's all about the Ocampo 6, because this is no doubt the most important week in this nation's history so far. For a lot of us, all eyes will be tuned to The Hague. And as we promised, we're going to get you as many of the Ocampo 6 as we can on the bench. And on the bench today is a young man who was probably the biggest surprise in that list when it was revealed. The biggest surprise, because who would have thought that one of us, one of the fourth estate, if you will, a journalist, a presenter, would be among the 6? How did that come about? Why him? He's been wondering about this all along. That's right. In fact, he says he can't even afford to go to The Hague. He's calling on friends to chip in, send him to The Hague, pay his legal fees so that he can defend himself, because he says he's innocent. Folks, sit back. The young man from Cass FM, Joshua Arap sang. My brother.
Chamge, man.
Chamge, me sing mambo.
Yamune.
Yamune. Kararan.
Chamge, sema. You must be knowing this by now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like you know Kikuyu.
I know.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Joshua, man.
Yeah, man.
Like I said at the beginning of this show, yours was probably the biggest surprise.
To myself and to many. That is true.
When you heard your name, when you saw your picture on TV along with the other 5, what went through your mind?
I just laughed. Because, you know, you are waiting. And people, okay, there were some rumors in the morning. Somebody called me, told me, guy, be set. Things are coming. You'll be in. Your name is somewhere. And I said, no, how? I was from a seminar by Uyano, media speaking to media, and learning on how to contain the situation when the names are announced. No idea my name was going to be there. But anyway, when I saw it, I said, surely, I remember I was with my boss. I told him, is that Arap sang me? Are you sure that is me?
Because you couldn't believe it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it? Then I just laughed. I said, okay. Then the fade ahead for ICC really faded. Because I thought, going by the standard of the people who are there already. Talk of these gangs. Talk of guys, gorillas. Yeah. Guys who have been fighting that kind of a thing.
Guys who were seen on TV.
Yes, presidents. Then here, a journalist, Arap Sang in particular, it's a big joke. And I said, yeah, if that is it, fine. I'm innocent. And that is what I told myself, I'm innocent. Number 2, my God knows me. My listeners can attest to this on what I've been doing. So I said, let's face it, I have no problem.
What do you think they had on you, Joshua? What do you think? Do they have recordings? Do they have copies of recordings? Because why you at that time? Why only you?
Maybe I should ask you a question first. You remember the time I was at the bench?
Yes.
You asked me a question.
Yeah, I said you were on the list.
You are on the list. Are you an agent of Ocampo? How did you know that?
Because you were shocked when I told you, that you're on the list. Yes.
Because I knew, okay, my name was the working list, so that kind of a thing, I know the reports.
Yes.
Those were just reports.
Yeah.
But you're talking of ICC. I said, Jeff must be joking. And by then you were joking.
Yeah.
But when it came, I said, this guy, let's watch him. Maybe, unajua ulikaa huko sana, labda wazungu, they know something about you. But all in all, as you said,
why you?
I don't know. And that question is the one that has given me a lot of courage to go to ICC, to go to The Hague and get the reality, get the answers to those questions. Why Arap Sang? But okay, I found a bit of it when they were issuing the summons, that what I did announcements for ODM, and that was a campaign time. Announcements was done by all the stations and were paid for. So when somebody says I did announcements for ODM, and by the way, in my station, I don't do announcements myself. Maybe mine is my program, breakfast show. Right. So I didn't do that. So, but all in all, that is the question that is in my mind. Why Arap Sang? But something vividly come to my mind that since ICC, for a case to qualify, you have to have an organization. And as if they say the principal organizers or the principal guys in these other parties, Ruto and Kosgei, they say they use ODM as an organization. You have to have a military wing, which I don't know how they qualify the Kalenjin community, the whole Kalenjin community, to be that military wing. Number 3, you have to have a structure in terms of, media or communication. And that is why I think this guy fetched me in through that window, that because we have to get communication. How do these guys communicate to the others? They used CAS. Why CAS is a station that most of the Kalenjin listen to. Arap Sang is one guy that is more vocal in the station. So maybe they say, now for this to qualify, let's bring this guy in. Yeah, and use him, say that these other guys were using him, to send there, to propagate their ideas. Yeah. But you wonder, because when they talk about, even I was reading and they say that this is an organization called AMO. I think it's like Gema in central Kenya. And it's that it was organizing for CAS nights, these cultural nights. And I know very well that cultural nights are organized even by Carnival itself. Yes. Yeah, we have 2 as Kalenjin. They have given us 2.
And we have Mungiki.
We have Mungiki. I mean, not... what do you call this? This is Mungiki thing. They have
Mogidi night. Yes.
We have Murembe night. Yes. All those nights. Yes. And they are there. But the shocking thing, and I think this is a joke, is that Emo is a foundation. This one is a Christian, more found on a Christian values. Yeah. And they say they organize the CAS night where secular music is performed. You really laugh.
What's wrong with that?
They don't, because it's a Christian organization. How do you organize for people to go drink, marry, and sing those secular music? Yeah. And you're a Christian organization? Is it possible?
The other thing that boggles my mind, Joshua, is the fact that you don't own CAS FM.
Yep.
If they wanted to say that CAS was propagating all of this, they would get the owner of CAS. You're just an employee, a senior one at that, with a very popular show, but you're not CAS.
Those are the questions maybe Ocampo should really answer to us. But as I said, they had to get somebody, to feed that communication aspect of the organization. And that's why, me being dear to the Kalenjin, because we talk with them, they love me because of the kind of education I've given them, information I've given them, the kind of show the way I ran. Maybe that was it. But all in all, I would say about a station and that kind of a thing, I don't know. Because one thing you see, ICC, in my small understanding, is that it deals with individuals, not organizations. Yeah, so they had to find somebody within the organization. Yeah, not really anybody. Because if they said, okay, my chairman, because he's the owner, then how does he come in? Yeah, how, he was not talking, he was not doing anything. That's why they went to the person who was talking, the person whom they think I influence people. I influence people, but positively, not negatively in terms of fighting each other, I couldn't do that.
Are you surprised, Joshua, that 50% of the suspects are from Rift Valley? Are you surprised?
More surprised when it comes from a small region. That
3
is
out of
Nandi.
3 out of 6.
That's what I'm telling you. More surprised when the same 3 people come from a community in the Kalenjin, the Nandi. Kalenjin have 10 subtribes. Right. Yeah? And they say that I incited people. I coordinated attacks on air, telling people they are here. And remember, Rift Valley is so big. Kalenjin are widely spread in Rift Valley. But just going to close it to the Nandi, then there is another worry. Why? Is it because witnesses come from that side? That is my, what I'm thinking. Or what? Because if I incited the Kalenjin, I would have thought people of Baringo, fought because of my incitement. People of Kureso in Nakuru fought because of my incitement. People from Bomet, Kericho, Kipkeli, and all those sides, they fought because I did. But when you square it to a small area, say, this is the small area that you were attacking. If I was saying something on air, like what we are doing now, I don't believe that my family are the ones who are listening, or your family, or our stations, It's the whole Kenya.
Correct.
Yeah, the whole Kenya. So if Arap Sang is in that list, being a journalist, who incited people, to fight. Who did the other incitement in Kenya? Mombasa, Kakamega. There are so many people in Uganda. Kisumu itself. In Nairobi, Kibera, Kawangwara, and the rest. Who incited people? If you think media did it.
And that's why people are saying, this list is unfair.
It is unfair. It is unfair by all means. Because for sure, there are facts that must be put across. Yeah? One, why, if we had organized for people to be murdered or to be moved from their houses, Why did we have to wait until 30th when the presidential election is announced? The councillors, the MPs was done before. 28, 27, 29, they were over. The only one which delays the presidential. If we had organized that people must move, why wait until the presidential candidate has been on? Is when this thing happened. It is because it was spontaneous. It was the reaction of all Kenyans from all corners. So targeting some 3 guys and saying they had planned since 2006 that people must be moved, and you just sillily think that they wait until 30th December when the president has been declared is when they start their attack. That is being stupid.
Yeah. Are you nervous, Arap, going in? Are you nervous?
Not at all. Because one, as I said, I have my God, who is my protector, who is my witness, number 1. He knows me. Number 2, my innocence. Things that they have said, I said. These are fake things. I couldn't say. As I said the other time, I'll still repeat. Yeah, this was just, it was pulled from the Waki Commission. That I told people, nendeni mkawane. Vita vimetokea, nendeni, tokeni, mwende mkawane. It was in Kiswahili. I speak in Kalenjin and Kasafari. Throughout. Why use Kiswahili? When I want people to be attacked, who could get it anyhow. Or anyway, they would get me talking that language and know, okay, kumbe sanga amesema tuwawe. If I really wanted people to be killed, I would have used the most hidden word that would only be understood by Kalenjin to do the attacks, not Kiswahili, to be fair. Yeah. So I'm not nervous because of that. I have number 3, I have my evidence. Because if somebody else have its own recording to say, I say this, we have our evidence, the also, the original one. And if we don't, they can't believe in us, let's go to ICCK. CCK will give them, or Media Council, or Stateman, or any other organization. Even NSIS, they can also have the same. Right. Number 4, that I'm not nervous is because, Jeff, to be sure, and to be truthful, if Arap Sang, as they said, was coordinating and inciting the Kalenjin community, not even Kalenjin, they say ODM supporters, to attack PNU supporters. Number 1, PNU supporters are not Kikuyus. Who tells Ocampo so? Yeah? My own MP, former MP, was vying on a PNU ticket. So, if I was, or we were organizing to send these PNU guys out of Rift Valley, where were we sending Kirwa to? He belongs to a community, is a PNU guy. Where were we sending Honorable Tarus of Nandi, Mgwen? And he belongs to the community. And their followers, where were we sending them? If it was about PNU and ODM. Yeah? What about many other councillors that are also PNU? Talk about Mheshimiwa Jabi Kilimo. She's a PNU MP. Why didn't we send her away? Because it was about PNU and ODM. If we were doing that. So you look, those are things you say, surely I think these guys are trying to frame something to, to fit themselves, to suit themselves, but we'll get there. I'm happy because I'm going to get that opportunity to know the accusation fully. Come with my lawyers, build our defense, because if they say this and this date you are here, as they said, I attended some meetings where we planned. Jeff, I'm a journalist. And my station, these policies, one of them, I cannot attend that kind of meeting, political meeting, either in any way that we are going to plan anything. I only go there as a reporter. So if they said I was in a meeting that you were planning, I want to see which date was that. Because I am very sure that I was not even there. And they said I went to Ruto's place maybe 3 times. I don't remember even going to Ruto's home before 2007. Yeah, he was just like any other MP. He's my friend, I can't deny that. Yeah. But I don't remember going to his home to plan anything. Yeah, maybe the time I went is 2009 when he has a party or something like that. But I was not there 2006. I had not known Ruto that closely as my friend. 2006, 2007, during that elections, only they were knowing when he used to come to the station. Others were not that close. Yeah. Mheshimiwa Henry Kosgei, it's not that I hate him, he is my father. And I like him a lot. You see, he's number 1 in CDF. So he's a guy who knows how to take care of people's money. So You talk about me having a meeting. I don't remember being in a meeting with Honorable Kosgei in Rift Valley.
So you're being
anywhere.
framed. You're being framed.
That is true. Because the time I met Honorable Kosgei, and we are all of us there, is when there was this inauguration of the Kalenjin Council of Elders. 210 the other day, just 210 or 209 the other day. So how would somebody say we were there? So I didn't meet Kosgei. We were not in that, we were not close. Yeah, he was just an MP. That is, I didn't do any meeting with him. So I want to see those guys say we were in a meeting, maybe Nandits and the rest. Tell me, give me that meeting and see how it was planned.
Arap saying I want to talk more about that. And also, more importantly, the fact that you cannot afford your fees, you have said. And you've called on well-wishers, your listeners, everybody who can afford, send you some money, pay your legal fees, pay your travel allowances, because it's expensive. Expensive. Also, what happens after you come back? Are you going to be a bigger hero when you come back? You think in your words? First, let's take a break. Joshua Arap saying, whoa! I told you, the Ocampo 6 on the bench. And Joshua says he's innocent. He's being framed. How could this have come about? It was as big a surprise for him as it was for the rest of us. I tell you, folks, the bench is literally just warming up. Don't even think of going away, because we are back in a moment. And welcome back to Capital Talk. All this week, it's all about the Ocampo 6, probably the most important date in this country's calendar, at least for this year. And on the bench today, as we promised, as many of the Ocampo 6 as we can get, the journalist, the presenter, Joshua Arap Sang, who says he is innocent, he's being framed, and why 3 individuals from one part of the country. You do the math. Sit back. We've got the man on the bench going into The Hague. Obviously, none of us have ever been there, and we're going to be there with you, by the way.
Oh, you're accompanying us?
Absolutely.
Beautiful,
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Yeah. We must witness this moment in history. You think coming back, you think things will change? You think people will view you differently?
One, we are going there. And we are not going to be released in terms of the accusation. We are just going to hear what they have against us. They will give us the kind of evidence they have for us to come and counter. So there's no big thing that is going to happen. Yeah. It's just a mention.
Are you afraid that they might keep you there, detain you there, they say?
They have always said, and even in today's papers, they've said very clearly that we are free people. And that's what I believe, that we are going there and we'll come back. And if, by any chance, they detain us there, then Kenyans will know what kind of people we are dealing with. But if justice is what they are looking for, I'm happy to be there because I want justice. Because, Jeff, I'm feeling for these guys who died, people who lost their loved one. Their children who are not going to school today because the breadwinner is no longer there. There are people whose property was destroyed. Up to today, they have not come back to their normal life. So it is my wish that the truth come out. And if ICC is the body that God is going to use to reveal the truth, let it be so. But if there is manipulation, there is malice, and there is no truth that is going to come out from there, I pity the Kenyans. Because I tell you, Jeff, I don't know what will happen. Because we are showing our hearts, we are going there, believing that ICC stand for justice, and I still believe so. But if they're going to play political games, then it will be up to them. And I will humbly tell the Kenyans that surely, if anything happens to Kenya, it will be because of them. If they're going to play silly games, but if they're going to do the truth, then I know Kenya will be a better place to live.
Yeah. Speaking of going there, now your biggest problem is affording the expensive fees. Obviously, you didn't anticipate this, and you can't afford it. Travel expenses, lawyer fees. That's the bottom line, right?
Yep.
And you've been appealing.
In fact, it's not me as such, because what I did on my part is to write to the ICC, telling them I'm indigent. I can't meet this cost. You please, if because you have called me, this is your budget. Yeah, can you meet it? Up to now, they have not responded.
They didn't respond.
They didn't respond. So going by that, I know the company will meet part of it. Yeah, or all of company will do their best. But my fans, relatives and friends, have said, no, we cannot watch this happen to you, Sang. We know you are innocent, and we are going to raise funds for you. They have organized Harambes. There was one in Eldoret yesterday in 10. There was one in Kitale the other day. There's one today in in Bomet, Longisa, and then there's one on Thursday. The big one, 31st, which friends from Nairobi and other people, not colleges only, Kenyans and my friends, because I have fans across, because I worked in Sahara, and the Biblia Usema, so I have quite a number of Kenyans who know Arap Sang better. So they have organized this Harambee to raise funds for the same cause. But all in all, I know we will go there. But up to now, I can tell you that in my account, the money that is in my account cannot meet even my own ticket, leave alone the lawyers and their fees. And in Makiu, I have a small family.
Correct.
I have a small family.
Correct.
They need to be taken care of.
Yes. The other day, ODM said that they would provide lawyers, legal assistance for all three of you. And you came back and you said, I would rather not. Because, you said,
I said.
You're not ODM, you're not part of the party.
I'm not a member, and that is the truth. I'm not a member of ODM. They can give me maybe their membership number if they have. I'm not a member. I'm not vying for any seat, either councillor or either youth leader or anything in ODM. So I'm not against ODM assisting me. I really appreciate and I welcome. But let them not own me or affiliate me to their party or attach me to the party that we are helping our people. The ODM people. I don't belong to them. I'm a journalist, a professional. So if about politics, leave me. If it's politics, stay with your money. But if you want to assist a human being, Arap Sang, this young gentleman, I welcome that amount of money, what they will do. But if you are assisting me because you want to make me look like I'm an ODM, just because Ocampo has the same idea that I'm an ODM supporter, and I was doing whatever I did on behalf of ODM, that is not helping me. You're fixing me. Yeah.
Looking back, Arap Sang, any regrets about getting into this business, about getting into what you do? Any regrets?
No regrets, because I'm innocent. I know I did my job perfectly as a journalist. I have played my part in the development of this country through education, information that I've given to our people. And that's why we had the highest number of Kalenjin voting in the referendum 2005, because of education of the meaning of voting. Even 2007, voting and getting even women as members of parliament, something that was unheard of in the Kalenjin community, apart from Jalakar Mutai those years. These are some of the good things that we have done. And so I have no regrets, because one, I know I'm innocent. Two, I know I did my job professionally, according to journalistic ethics as well as station policy. So why should I regret? Yet I did my job. Somebody who is supposed to be regretting now is that guy who friended me, that guy who is saying he's a witness, and he knows what I said. He knows how much guns we gave. I want him to bring one, that I gave it to him, or we gave it to him. I would like people to bring guns, say, this is the guns these guys gave us. Yeah, we have used 10 ammunitions, we still have 3. Yeah, or government come back and say, here in Eldoret and Nandi, that area, we have these kind of guns that we have arrested from people. Yeah, because these are the same guns that we gave out. Give us the serial numbers. What kind of guns? Were they AK-47? What do we call this one? G3 and the rest. Give us those guns. So I'm waiting to see these guys who are so-called witnesses to see to come and say, okay, yeah, Sang, you said, take this. And this is what I took. I went, I killed 10 people because of your saying. And that's why I've come here to witness against you. And I know the law will tell him again, yes, Arap Sang told you to go and get a panga, told you to go get a gun, and you killed people. You're also a murderer. Yeah, because if you witness, you cannot be just witness, I had. I believe Ocampo is looking for people who would say, today, through radio messages, Arap Sang told us this, and this is what I did. Yeah, according to his message. But if you are going to say Arap Sang said this one, this is why people fought, I want the victims themselves to come and say, because he said this is what happened. And I want also the actors of the implementers of my messages. Because if I told you today, Jeff, go and kill somebody, yeah, I want you to come and say, yes, Arap Sang, you told me on this and this date, you told me go and kill. I killed these people. Yeah, so and so I killed because of you. Yeah.
Arap Sang, do you think there's a comparison to Rwanda in 1994? You think that's what they're trying to do, comparing Radio Mille Colline with CAS?
I really don't think, because what happened in Rwanda is regrettable. And that was clearly, as we've read from books, about what the station was saying. But Jeff, to be a Kenyan, we know each other very well. We have very many vernacular stations, CAS being one of it, just 6 years old. Do you think our government, which loves its people, had Arap Sang inciting people and sending his listeners out to kill the others, and our dear government would sit back and say Arap Sang is doing a good job, and wait for this Argentinian guy or Campo to come and arrest me and fix me, unless we don't have a government? But if we had a government, the first thing, if I was saying that on air, they should have come immediately to arrest me and possibly cross the station, and even indict the owner for allowing the station to be used for that kind of a thing. That didn't happen. So you wonder, we have NSIs, we have people who listen to the station. How would Arap Sang, for instance, be close? But I'm sorry to use this as an example, because people believed so that those are a Kikuyu government, and here is Arap Sang telling Kalenjin to go and kill Kikuyus. Kikuyu government, for instance, they are not. I'm just in quotes. Kikuyu government will sit and wait for Ocampo to come and arrest me. They should have arrested me even before the words depart from my mouth. That day. Number two, they said I was coordinating the attacks. I was telling people they are here, come here. Remember, we were banned immediately. Kibaki became the president. 2007, there was a ban. Live coverage. You were not on air. I was not on air until 21st of January. So where was I coordinating these things? And they say I was on air. Where? The only thing that was on air was my recording about peace, appealing the people to open roads, not to ban these tires with the roads because they are making holes. They say the government are not building roads, and they're the ones who are destroying the roads. I was telling them that they have produce to take to the market. If they close the road, milk will not go. They'll go bad. These fresh vegetables could not go to the market. And yet, schools are opening. How would you take your children to school while you have not had your source of income? So I was telling them, guys, open the roads. Please, open the roads. I was telling them, let those women, even including your mother, who is pregnant maybe, he wants to go to the hospital. Do you want her to give birth on the roadside? Why don't you allow her to go to the hospital? I was telling them, allow the Red Cross, because it is their duty to make sure that they assist the injured in the war. So I was telling them, allow them to go. So if I was so bad to that extent, would I do that? I looked for Ruto. I recorded him on phone because he was in Serena. Recorded him appealing, making the same appeal. I looked for bishops from the Kalenjin community to appeal for calm and peace. I looked for Ambassador Kiplagat. He recorded a message, the same, telling people to calm down, go back to their job. And immediately we were given airspace. On 21st, we started. I brought Kiplagat as the first person when there was lift on the live coverage. I took Kiplagat there, and he was telling us about international intervention. What does it mean? What is this guy, Kofi Annan, doing in Kenya? And he explained. The next day, of 2 days, I brought Ranabag, the ambassador of America, to come and say peace messages. I brought Isaac Ruto, the MP for Chabalugu, to come and talk on peace and tell people, calm down. Yeah. I brought Chris bishops to come and do the same. If I had planned for people to be killed, why should I now come for the rescue?
And then at the end of the day, and you've said, after all this explanation, Arap Sang, I come back to my original question. Why you? Why you? They could have picked a whole bunch of people.
Campo, I'm coming on 7. Please tell me, why me? That is why I'm going there. That is it, because I cannot answer that question. I look at the journalists in this country, and look at this man, Arap Sang, being the gay. These gays are saying he is the one among the many journalists. He is the person who qualifies to go to International Criminal Court. It hurts me so much. It hurts my character. It hurts my family. It hurts my inner being. But all in all, I know God will fight for me. If somebody is out to fix me, I just want to tell them that God will fix you, because I believe in him, and he has never left his own. God will not.
Yeah.
So I'm there. I'm coming.
You'll be vindicated in the end. That's what you say.
100%. Unless, as I said, it's malice and manipulation. But I know my case, God willing, it will not be confirmed. That's my belief.
Gongoi missing.
Kongoi missing.
Good luck, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
See you in The Hague.
Yep.
All right?
We are going together.
Joshua Arap sang, in his own words, God is on his side. He's innocent, and he keeps asking, why me? And a message to Ocampo, I'm coming to The Hague on April 7th. I tell you, folks, you can only get that kind of stuff right here on the bench. Nowhere else, but right here on the award-winning station, K24, where we are, as always, even in times of the Ocampo 6, we are all Kenyan.
All the time. Kongoi missing. God bless, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so
all
much.
the best. Capital Talk is filmed at Fairmont, the Norfolk.